Sorry about that, partner. I had to get the mom needed me to get the mail.
That is fine. Let's get this done.
Welcome, folks, to the MegaMets podcast, Fighting Spirit Unleashed 2024 predictions. Because we're going to be doing this off the Wikipedia site, seeing as how...
My guess, the website does not have the card.
They're more or less, they're fucking slow.
That's to be expected. And the event is tomorrow.
From the Songus Arena in suburban Boston, Lowell, Massachusetts.
Oh, yes.
Seriously. Can't the balls put Anyway, 8 matches on the card. There may be a couple of pre-show matches. Don't know what they're going to be, but let's go with what is on the card. We'll start off with a showcase of 2 former X Division champions, Mustafa Ali against Lio Rush. This stems from their match at Resurgence, where essentially Ali cheated to beat Rush.
Wow.
Still makes me wonder what led to Ali bowing out of his chance of being in the Super Junior Tag League this year. Maybe a scheduling conflict, or he got sick or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm going to take Ali to win.
I will also take Ali to win as well.
You get the next one.
Next up is a one-on-one match between David Finlay and Kevin Knight.
For Finlay, this matchup is basically set up for him against Yota Tsuji for the global title at Wrestle Kingdom, which was announced as part of the card yesterday at the presser. Now, Knight, on the other hand, you would think he and Kushida would just have Ichiban Sweet Boys to deal with at Wrestle Kingdom, but no, it's a fatal 4-way for those tag titles at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yep.
Jet Setters, the Sweet Boys, Catch 2-2, and the War Dogs all going at it.
Indeed.
I'm just giving this to Finlay. Knight's cannon fodder.
I'm also giving it to Finlay because, honestly, Knight stands no chance.
Next up, Kenta against Ryohei Oiwa. Oh, boy. I just recently run into Kenta when I was at a Deadlock Pro show about 3 weeks ago. Still got it.
He still does.
Oiwa, this is mostly setting up for these 2 men being part of the World Tag League. And if there's any complaints I've got with the way this year's heavyweight tag league tournament was set up, it's 2 things. Number 1, 3 of the teams are a combination of a heavyweight with a junior heavyweight. Tanahashi with Jado, Naito with Hiromu, and Taichi with Taka Michinoku. The latter most of which because Sonata has stabbed just 5 guys in the back and joined Bullet Club.
Yeah.
For what? Because you were probably the most boring IWGP World Heavyweight Champion and it brought you into a tailspin, Sonata? Big fucking whoop!
Mm-hmm.
Or was it because of the fact that Jake Lee is taking too long to recover from his knee injury and Bullet Club needed to poach to have someone to team with Gabe Kidd for the tournament? I'm more in line with the latter thought.
Yeah,
process.
pretty much.
I'm going to give this to Kenta. Where are you going with it?
I'm going with Oiwa.
So you're going with Oiwa.
Yeah. Your turn now.
I already did this. Your turn.
Yeah, now it's my turn. I'm doing the evens. Now we have ourselves a best 2 out of 3 falls tag team match. Non-title? Oh, wait, I forgot. That's later. Anyway, it's the West Coast Wrecking Crew, Jorel Nelson and Royce Issacs versus Dirty Work, Fred Rosser and Tom Lawlor.
Each team has taken 1 win from the other. Rosser and the West Coast Wrecking Crew at Resurgence, Dirty Work at Capital Collision. This one is the rubber match.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll break it out.
Bring out the coin.
Heads, I'm going West Coast Wrecking Crew. Tails, Dirty Work. X. I'm going dirty. I'm going West Coast.
I will be choosing dirty work. Get your hands dirty at least.
Okay, next up. Fresh off dropping the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Titles to O'Connor and Hanare, which I did not expect.
Yeah.
Haste and Mikey Nicholls will now look to try to hold on to the strong Openweight Tag Titles when they face grizzled young vets, James Drake and Zack Gibson.
Wow.
This is interesting.
Yes, it is.
GYV have bounced around a lot of places. NXT UK, various British independent promotions, predominantly Revolution Pro, TNA, AEW, and now here they are in New Japan again. Granted, it's the strong branch. I'm not sure if they'll ever bother going with the main branch. But this will be a tough matchup for Shane and Mikey. Can they shake the sting of defeat off in one set of titles being lost and hold on to the other? I'm going to say that they can. I'm going to take Haste and Nicholls to hold on to the strong titles.
I will also do the same. They will retain. Now, next up is a four-way match, or a fatal four-way, as they say, to determine the number one contender for the Strong Women's Championship. Koguma versus Hazuki versus Trish Adora versus Anna Jay.
So here we have two women from Stardom and two from AEW.
This will be interesting.
Very. I'm not going to lie. I don't really like either Anna or Trish's chances here. Especially when you consider that AEW commitments lead to a litany of scheduling conflicts. Where does the winner go with this? It's either going to go to... Oh, it's a little Memorial Hard Time. I thought it was the Sonic Arena. Never mind. Anyway, this is either going to go to Koguma or Hazuki, because Anna and Trish's AEW commitments, even though they're not really shown much on either show, and they're basically regulated to Ring of Honor, which I think is which I still think is a bastardization of the ROH I've seen and loved.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, you have no fucking clue how to run that thing. You could have brought in Kerry Silkin as a fucking advisor. Know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a tough one to decide. If I'm going to pick who it is that's going to face off against the champion, I choose Anna Jay.
I'm going to say Hazuki gets the title shot. But the question is, does it happen at Strong Style Evolved in Long Beach, or is it going to happen in San Jose in December, or in January at Battle in the Valley in San Jose? I don't know. Next up, this one is a bit tantalizing on paper. For the AEW International title, Konosuke Takeshita put out an open challenge. And the man who's answered the challenge is United Empire's public enemy, the Ajwang TJP.
Yep.
I mean, it's quite clear this is basically being done as a hit against Will Ospreay when you consider Don Callis turned Kyle Fletcher against him. And who's next to fall? Mark Davis?
Yeah.
Because we know this is also the Aiden setup for Takeshita's title defense at Full Gear against Ricochet and Ospreay's matchup against Fletcher.
Indeed.
As such, I'm going to say Takeshita retains.
I will also say Takeshita retains. Much as I want TJP to win it, I don't think so.
Right.
And now we reach the main event. For the Strong Openweight Championship, the champion Gabe Kidd will defend it against Kosei Fujita.
I mean, Fujita's had one heck of a run. I mean, a decent accounting of him, decent for a rookie accounting himself at 3-6 in the Best of Super Juniors. Him and Robbie win the Super Junior Tag League. And now, even though they have to share the spotlight with Catch 2-2 and the War Dogs, they're basically set for an IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Title match at Wrestle Kingdom. Fujita is going to have his hands full. I mean, I get what Gabe is doing by challenging juniors, bringing out the true spirit of open weight competition. But I am not sure. But if he beats Fujita, who's next in line? Rocky Romero, Taka. So I find it funny if Taka were to win that title.
This is a tough one.
Ninja Mac, who? I mean, Fujita will put up a fight, but he's going technical prowess against a power game. He has to fall back on the fundamentals of breaking the root here. If he can do that, he'll win, but I don't see it happening. I'm going to give Kid the retention.
I probably will do the same as well.
For those wondering what the other problem I have with the tag league was, the other complaint is they're shoehorning both the challenger and IWGP World Heavyweight Champion into the tournament. Since 2017, they've kept those two out of that tournament, and you know, cost because you want them fresh. Why would Zack Sabre Jr. and Shota Umino shoehorn themselves into this tournament? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And yes, it will be Shooter at Wrestle Kingdom, folks. With the win, and regardless of if Zack wins or loses, he's getting Ricochet at Wrestle Dynasty. Which ought to be fun. As for those wondering who their respective partners are for the tournament, Umino opted with Tomoaki Honma, while Zack is going with Ryohei Oiwa.
Yeah.
But how this will change the landscape of New Japan, I don't fucking know. But anyway,
don't really know, all things considered.
Wait, I'm gonna send you a link to the platform this will be on Jose. I'll put it in the private chat.
Right.
You don't have to just set up an account here just to watch the show.
Right.
If you want to hop in tomorrow night for the Fighting Spirit Unleashed.
Okay.
Watch along. It's in private chat now.
Right. Thanks.
Anyway, that's it for tonight's episode of the MegaMets. You can catch me tomorrow night when I do my live reaction to Fighting Spirit Unleashed. Thank God it's free. But for those wondering if I'm going to do my predictions we'll do the historic crossover predictions. Yes. Will we watch it? No. It's $35.
Yeah, I'd rather react to it. Make my predictions.
And then, of course, at some point also in the week, this coming week, we'll have to do our World Tag League predictions and our predictions for Pro Wrestling Noah's Final Destiny, which ironically starts on the same day as the Stardom crossover event. I'll get those set up at some point later in the coming week. Comment, like, and subscribe. This is Mets2128 and MegaMan NG. We are the MegaMets. We're signing out. Goodbye and good night. Thank God Trump's going to be back in the White House soon.
I am thankful for that, even though I dislike the guy.
But still, better him than Harris.
Not a fan of Harris. I hate her with a passion. So I'll see you later then.
Late.